So now what is ABM 2.0? So this while we talked about ABM 1.0, the traditional ABM, right? And we are recently, we are talking about this ABM 2.0, the term that we have coined from Insightstap, in which, looking your entire outreach strategy from the multi-channel perspective and how to use automation and AI to help you with that, right? Okay, so ABM 2.0 is signal-led, data synced, and ad activated. Okay, I'll give you an example. For example, all the startups who have got a funding recently in a particular industry, okay, and they are also hiring, growing very fast. Okay, that's the signal. Then you make the data sync. That means you push those data into outreach and CRM. You enrich the data, right? You enrich it with more information. Their companies, their CFO, this and that, right? And then you create a multi-channel outreach. That means you send them email, you send them LinkedIn outreach, as well as you run ads to those people. If you're, say, a financial advisory company or account advisory company or a HR management company, whatever it is, this is just an example here. Okay, and then say, hey, you know what? We are an HR management company targeted towards the startups who are growing very fast, and we have very special tool set which can help you with that. And the same goes with financial advisory or any other services or product that you are selling. The idea is that ABM 2.0 is multi-channel, it is signal-led, it is data synced. Thanks to AI and automation, you can do that very fast with tools like Anytime and Clays and Phantom Busters and whatnot. So that the data sync can happen super fast, and it is also ad activated. That means you use ad super effectively. That means you use ad as an offset, as an extension to the outreach that you're doing. That means you're reaching out to those people using LinkedIn, email, and also you're reaching out to the same people using ads. And that is totally possible thanks to customer match ads and retargeting ads. You can do that, especially in a platform like LinkedIn, right? ABM 2 also uses CDP, which is customer data platform, and CRM data for dynamic segmentation. So your CRM and CDP has a lot of data. CRM has the sales data, CDP has the product engagement data. These data has a lot of information about the users, the visitors, and the customers, and the deals. You can put it all together, you can enrich it, and then you can create dynamic segments. And then based on those dynamic segments, you can run ads and outreach. For example, if somebody is using your app, right, and they are checking out your features, which are paid features, but they are not paid users as of now, but they are constantly checking those features. Then you can create a dynamic segment based on all the users who are using your application, who are free users, but they are checking out the paid features. Okay, create a dynamic application and then run an ad, right? You can create dynamic segmentation within the CRM or the CDP, and then you can create a workflow and then integrate it with, say, LinkedIn ad audience, and then create an audience and then run ads. You can do that. Okay, the same goes with CRM. All those prospects in last 6 months who have been a prospect, who have been a lead, who has come down to the stage of deal, but they never converted into customer. You can create a dynamic segmentation, create a LinkedIn audience and run ads to them. Why not? I mean, think about it. You can only run outreach and LinkedIn message a few times a month, right? But ads you can run constantly, every day, throughout the year. Nobody's stopping you. So think about it. How much it's going to help them activate? How much it's going to help them who are there on the fences, who are there at the deal stage, but they're not able to take a decision, to jump and become a customer. It's going to help them a lot, right? So under ABM 2.0, ad is a very important layer for activation. Activation means converting prospects into customers and like so on. Triggers ads from buyer behavior, not static role. Okay, so you trigger ads from the behavioral data, not just static role, not just, hey, you know what, find all the companies who are HR companies, show them the ad. No, that is how Google ads work, keyword based, which is good. But here you can trigger ads based on buyer behavior. Find all the companies and the people working in those companies who have visited my site, who have used my product, but they have not taken my paid, product, right? They are aware of me. They are visiting my site. They are signing up. They are using my product, but they have not become a paid user. trigger ads for them. Find all the people who are visiting my website. They're checking out my pricing page, but they are not going off for free trial. Target them, correct? Stuff like those I'm talking about. So you can do that based on the behavioral data as compared to just static list. Okay. And pipeline attribution replaces clicks as success metrics. So the success metrics, like Google Ad, is not just clicks. Okay, Google Ads, you run Google Ads and then you just wait for who clicked, and then based on the number of clicks, you basically track your conversion. That is how Google Ad works. But here in ABM 2.0, the success metric is not just clicks but also pipeline attribution. That means how well your pipeline is growing. Is it growing? Is the sales velocity increasing, and like so on. So success metrics changes a little bit when it comes to ABM 2.0, right? Okay. So ABM 2.0 is intent, then data sync, ad activation, pipeline, and optimization, correct? So you find the intent, you sync the data, then you activate the ad based on behavior data as well as static data, and then see whether your sales pipeline is getting optimized or not, right? Or is getting enlarged or not. That is what you got to measure when it comes to ABM 2.0. All right, so now finally the role of LinkedIn ads in ABM 2.0. Why LinkedIn ads? LinkedIn ads is the only B2B first identity network in global scale. I mean, just think about it. LinkedIn is such a wonderful platform. It is a platform designed in a way that people themselves go and they update everything about themselves. What is their role? What is their job description? What company they work for? What is the job that they are holding, right? Whether they are a funder, whether they are a startup owner. I mean, people happily go and update LinkedIn with all the details, especially professional details, unlike any other app, right? I mean, I don't go to Instagram and update my professional details. And I don't talk about my professional things on Instagram. If I go on a holiday, possibly I'll put some pictures of me going to Maldives. Yeah, I do that on Instagram. But I don't do, the professional updates as much as in Instagram as compared to say LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a professional network. It always has been a professional network, and people treat it as a platform for their profession. So they take great care in terms of updating their information in LinkedIn. So LinkedIn, in my opinion, has got the best professional data across all channels. And if you're not using LinkedIn effectively, I think you're missing out a lot. LinkedIn also has verified company. LinkedIn verifies the company, the role, everything has been verified. And you can actually target people based on their company, based on the role, super effective, right? For example, you want to target, I want to target only the people working for company ABC. Good, you can do that on LinkedIn. Try that on Instagram, it's not going to work out, right? Because, for that particular company, most people will update that they are working for this particular company as a, as an employee or as a whatever, director, CEO, manager, whatever it is, right? So LinkedIn has that data, and you can actually target companies and people, and a role within those companies. For example, I want to target a list of companies, and I only want to target the HR department of those companies. You can do that, right? I want to upload a list of companies, and I only want to target the finance department of a company or the CFOs. I can do that. So with LinkedIn, there is a lot of scope of you doing a lot of stuff. Okay, so LinkedIn is such a great platform in that. Real-time CRM CDP audience sync. Okay, so LinkedIn can also be used as a data enricher. That means you can sync your CRM and CDP with LinkedIn audiences, and you can sync the data. Okay, for example, in the CRM, you make a dynamic list of all the companies and people, and they will have the email address as well. Update that to LinkedIn audience, make a LinkedIn audience. LinkedIn will map those data to its own database, correct? And LinkedIn will be able to find more such people as well if needed. Okay. So ads reach actual decision makers and buying committees. So you can actually create a dynamic buying committee list and you can actually target them. For example, I only want to target the CFOs and the finance department for my target list. So I want to target 100 companies in heavy engineering scope, and I only want to target the finance department, the CFOs and the accountants and all of those people within these companies. You can do that using LinkedIn ads. That means you are only going to show ads to finance department of these 100 companies. Now think about it. Can you do that in Google? It's super difficult. Even if you can upload the company data and all in Google, it's going to be super difficult, right? LinkedIn can do that thing so well. So when you are into ABM, LinkedIn is such a natural partner for account management. Okay. And when I say LinkedIn, I mean LinkedIn ads, in this context. All right. So the CRM, the CDP data, your own data can be mapped to LinkedIn identity graph. And then, you can create LinkedIn audiences, and then you can do a decision maker targeting using LinkedIn ad campaigns. Totally possible. And that is the role of LinkedIn ads in ABM 2.0. Okay, that means you start from your own data, your own list, go to LinkedIn, map it, and then create an audience and run those ads. Super good.